Good morning, everybody. These are some new coffee mugs. I'll put a link down below if anybody wants one of these. Anyway, I've got some things to cover here this morning. My goodness, my desk is full again. First of all, I just want to say, yesterday I spent 2 hours at the Honda dealership, and I want to recommend everybody, please go check to see if your car is on the airbag recall list, because I kept getting notices and I knew that my kids had got the airbags replaced, because my old Honda used to be their car. They gave it to me, and it's like, oh well, they already did it. And then I seen on the news where it said there was a new recall and a check, and then I got a notice and it had red bold, please, this is a new recall, call your local dealer. So I called them and they said, yes, this is a new recall, and don't let anybody sit in the passenger seat of your car until you get it fixed. So anyway, I went in yesterday, very nice. They even gave me a cubicle. I had taken my laptop with me, and they gave me a cubicle with sweet rolls and coffee so that I could sit there and work for the 2 hours. And I got quite a few emails, answered yesterday. But anyway, they told me that there have been people that have died because the bag overinflates if you're in an accident, and shrapnel can actually go and get you like in the face, the neck, the chest, and it's killing people. So, just a safety thing, guys, check to see if your car is on that list, because this is a dangerous thing. And so hopefully it's taken care of now. They replaced the whole unit. Now back to the video. So I'm sitting here doing this video, and I have my inbox open, and something pops up from our source. And since he's been sending me documents this morning, I clicked on it, and it's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? JW Funerals. Well, the name of the website is Jehovah's Witness Funerals.co.uk. I'm going to put the link down below. JW Funerals, the Kingdom Hall Funeral Specialists. There's just so much coming in right now. JW Funerals, the Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witnesses Funeral Specialists. We offer a genuinely unique alternative to the traditional local funeral director, and it is precisely what makes us different, which also makes us the ideal choice for Jehovah's Witness funerals. We are established, independent, family-owned, and run funeral directors specializing in direct cremations and helping people to organize a funeral service away from the constraints and distressing environment of a crematorium. JW Funerals has been created with the purpose of serving Jehovah's Witnesses' specific needs with regard to funerals, and our services are available nationwide. We offer 3 all-inclusive Kingdom Hall funeral packages exclusively for Jehovah's Witness funerals, 2 of which can be adapted according to individual requirements. If the need arises, you can talk to us on the telephone, by email, and we will also come to visit and meet with you personally, all entirely without any obligation to choose us. Then they go into their beliefs and principles. We believe that the traditional flamboyant Victorian style of funeral has become outdated and no longer truly reflects what the general public, and particularly Jehovah's Witnesses, would ideally hope for. In other words, forget all the, nonsense, what the person's life was and their family and everything. Just 5 minutes of who they were, Jehovah's Witnesses, and then go into, 30 minutes of preaching at people. The JW Funerals difference. Although we have arranged hundreds of funerals in the past, we have always been a niche funeral company offering a completely different approach and style of funeral. We ceased providing standard black hearse funerals in 2016 because we consider the conventional hearse to be unnecessarily showy as well as negatively symbolizing death, mourning, and sadness. Instead, our funerals include our silver Mercedes funeral vehicle, which is a large but standard-sized estate car able to accommodate even the largest of coffins with a floral tribute in situ. I'm going to scroll down here. Our funerals only now take place at a Kingdom Hall because we are a specialist provider existing to serve Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't have to try and adapt to accommodate your needs because we understand and are like-minded. Oy vey! As a result of this, we have specific tailored packages with clear, transparent, fair pricing. We have always strongly disapproved of the routine overcharging, which has now been officially brought into the public eye by the Competition and Markets Authority on behalf of the UK government. We are able to give better value for Jehovah's Witness funerals by being based online, and because we cover a large area due to our specialist nature, there's no single location which would be convenient for everybody. In fact, we were one of the original funeral directors to be based online, and since we began, many others have followed our lead. You don't have to take our word for it. Before entrusting a loved one to any funeral director, you need to feel confident of the highest standard of professionalism, support, and care. One of the best ways to do this is to look at our reviews. Why does this remind me of the movie Soylent Green? Appointing a funeral director for Jehovah's Witness funerals is an important choice which we fully appreciate and recognize. If a member of the congregation has just passed away, we make the decision a little easier because we will travel to meet with you, ideally at the Kingdom Hall, to discuss your requirements. This is entirely free of charge and with no obligation or expectation that you will subsequently pick us. It's important to us that when we are chosen, it is done so with confidence rather than concerns. And then at the bottom, see this? The JW Funerals prepaid simple cremation plan costs £1,475,000. Please ask for our free information pack. Oh my goodness. JWLeaks.org has released a bunch more documents, and my goodness, there's so many, it's been difficult to keep up. But they have the Watchtower New York changes their board of directors and officers, and so they've got that here on this page. And then, like I said, over on the right hand, they've got a lot of documents that have been released. And my goodness. One of these is the financial returns from 2009 to 2018 for Watchtower in New Zealand. Now, there's some interesting stuff on here. And trigger warning, it's going to make you guys mad. Did me, because I mean, this is just ridiculous. All right, especially when they apply to be a charity, and we know they're not. We know they're not. They have no charity bone in their body. So this is areas of operation New Zealand nationwide. Percentage spent overseas. This is on page 3 of these documents, and there's like 42 pages. Percentage spent overseas, 48%. Well, we know they're going to send most to, Watchtower. Here on page 3, purpose and structure. The charitable purpose of the association is to promote the Christian religion and study of the Bible in accordance with the beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses by the dissemination of the Bible truths, both orally and by printed word, by charitable work for the relief of poverty, by establishing and maintaining private Bible schools and classes for instruction, and by Christian missionary work and support facilities, both in New Zealand and overseas. That raises a whole bunch of questions. Charitable work for the relief of poverty? They cause poverty. Good Lord. And how does establishing and maintaining private Bible schools and classes for instruction relieve poverty? And we know they do no charity relief work. And I got some more on that. Entity structure. Our association operates as a nonprofit charity incorporated as a charitable trust. Individuals meeting the qualifying criteria set forth in our association rules are designated as members of the charity. Wow, if that isn't a whole loaded sentence, we know exactly what that means. That you have to be approved as, a member of their charity. You have to be a witness in good standing. The temporal secular affairs of the association are administered by a committee appointed from among its members. This committee acts as board of trustees of the charitable trust. Activities. Main activity provides religious services and activities. Activities provides services, provides advice, information, advocacy, provides other finance, acts as an umbrella, resource body, provides buildings, facilities, open space, and provides religious services and activities. Have you ever seen them open up a kingdom hall or an assembly hall to house, refugees or ones who have lost their homes like in a natural disaster? I haven't. Beneficiaries. This is a good one. Main beneficiary, the general public. Since when have you ever known them to, say they are doing all of this charitable work to help the general public? No, because as ex-witnesses we know they view the world as the walking dead. Any minute, Armageddon's going to come and kill them all. So that's why they don't have charitable, donations and relief. Beneficiaries, children, young people, other charities. That's an interesting item on their list. Older people, people with disabilities, and the general public. Oh my God, it's a good thing Mikey isn't here because he would be ranting about now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then when you get into the actual financial documents here, revenue from exchange transactions, interest, dividends, and other investment revenue, 8,920. Other revenue from exchange transactions, 31,401. Revenue from non-exchange transactions, and under this you will find this interesting. Donations, COA, K-O-H-A, grants, fundraising, and other similar revenue, 5,541,194. Okay, they're admitting here they get grants. I would love to see every single Jehovah Witness go get these financial records, for Watchtower and see they are admitting they get grants and fundraising. Oh my God, what fundraising? And then they claim they don't solicit funds? Oh my God. I'm speechless at how they lie through their teeth to the members. And this is why we keep doing videos, to expose the hypocrisy, the lies, and this is why so many Jehovah's Witnesses are waking up. This is why, because of the lies they spew. You can't believe a thing that comes out of their mouth or out of their printed pages or their broadcasts or anything else. Unbelievable. Grants and fundraising. How can you put fundraising on here and then claim you don't solicit funds? I'd like to know what fundraising they're doing. Ugh. Expenses. Evangelizing and congregation support, 1,344,077. Your guess is as good as mine. Donations and overseas aid. Now we know their view of overseas aid is just sending money to the world headquarters here in the United States. That amount is 3,559,074. And I believe this is the 2019 report. Facilities, 8,585. Other expenses, 113,083. Total expenses, 5,024,819. I wonder how much of that is going to pay for child abuse lawsuits. Surplus or deficit, they made 556,696. And you know, if that's what they're claiming, that's actually not much for a whole country. That's not much. Statement of financial position. Yeah, I wish they could be honest about this in the United States here for their worldwide financial position. Current assets, cash and cash equivalents, 296,438. There again, that's not much for an entire country. Other current assets, 124,462. Total current assets, 420,900. Non-current assets, property, plant, and equipment, 2,069,442. Now over here under people, this is interesting. Paid work average week, and it's all zero, you know, because we know they have volunteers and it's slave labor. Volunteer work, average month, total volunteers, 30. Volunteer hours, 1,076. That seems like a lot of hours. Down here under your organization, audit and review, what was your total operating expenditure for your current financial year? Over $1 million. And then it was audited, was conducted by Peter Jens Mitchell, company auditor, public accountant. Wow. Now over here under officer details, I did find it interesting that you remember the little clown from Australian Royal Commission, Terence O'Brien? He was the secretary. Well, apparently he was removed in November 22nd of 2017. And then underneath that they have purpose and structure. The purpose, charitable purpose. Oh, this is going to be good. The charitable purpose of the association is to promote the Christian religion and study of the Bible. In accordance with the beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses, by the dissemination of Bible truths, both orally and by printed word, by charitable work for the relief of poverty, by establishing and maintaining private Bible schools and classes for instruction, and by Christian missionary work and support facilities both in New Zealand and overseas. So they're just repeating what was on the other page. Okay, and then this is the same also. Main activity provides religious services and activities to the general public. Oy vey. All right. Now, under JW Leaks, you will find this document also of the Board of Directors for the Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, the 2019 Foreign Not-for-Profit Corporation Annual Report. And they have the address is 900 Red Mills Road, Wallkill, New York. Name and address of current registered agent, Jim Moody. And then they have a list of all the officers of the Board of Directors for it. Now, speaking of that, we know that, like in the UK, they have the Kingdom Hall Trust Fund, and we know, like here in the United States, actually the worldwide, they have the Property Management Department now, and we know that the Society years ago started taking title of several, in fact most of the Kingdom Halls. Some are still under the trustee program. I know, the two in Cottonwood still are. Yeah, I go check on the records every once in a while. They're public records. They're available to anybody. I just love this coffee mug. All right. Now, jwleaks.org actually tweeted this out, and I happen to have had the entire elder's letter because they just did the quote from paragraph 3. But I have the entire letter, and I'm going to put the link down below because this is elder's letter dated November 1st, 1995. Information regarding ownership of Kingdom Halls. Scroll down to paragraph 3. It is improper for any congregation to acquire title to Kingdom Hall property in the name of the society. Okay, this also brings into question that 5 Kingdom Hall and property there in Addington, UK that was, in the news and the XJW community knows about, that the caretaker, he was fighting Watchtower, because they were going to be kicking all of them out. And in the video it had mentioned that the Kingdom Hall Trust had come in and taken over the property. So this is what's interesting. I'll reread that. It is improper for any congregation to acquire title to Kingdom Hall property in the name of the society. So who is this Kingdom Hall Trust Fund, Kingdom Hall Trust that can just come in and, take over these properties then? Only in the event of specific instructions from the society should such property be deeded to Watchtower Bible Tract Society of New York, Incorporated, Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania, or International Bible Students Association. Otherwise, the society does not desire to take title to Kingdom Halls or permit Kingdom Halls to be registered in the name of the society. Boy, has that changed. Title to property bought for the congregation should not be held in the name of one of the overseers or other ministers in the congregation. Congregations operate as unincorporated associations. In many states, an unincorporated association cannot hold title to real property, and therefore there is a need for a trusteeship or incorporated entity. So, boy, they've changed on that, haven't they? My goodness. Okay. Oy vey. Yeah, trigger warning on this. Now, we did a video the other day about the Swiss litigation. And if you haven't seen that, go watch that. Now, I had gone to put the documents that I had for Watchtower's application for some of these funds, and I could not find it in my Beastzilla. And so I contacted our source, because he has everything. Thank you, sweetie. And I said, no hurry, don't have to worry about this till tomorrow or whenever you get around to it. And my goodness, it was in my inbox when I got up the next morning. So thank you so much to our source, because he has 73 pages of documents and letters and stuff here in this PDF. Now I'm going to put the link down below again to that Dropbox. Grab these documents, because it isn't just their appeal to the Swiss litigation to get some of these funds. There is also this. Now this is on page 6 of the PDF, and it's the Jehovah's Witness Holocaust era. That's their letterhead, and it's interesting because their address is in Paterson, New York. And it's to the Holocaust Victim Assets Litigation. And it's stamped January 6, 2004 by the Legal Services. Swiss Banks Holocaust. Oh my goodness. Dear Mr. Gribbets, Jehovah Witness Holocaust Era Survivors Fund, that alone sets me off, is pleased to submit the attached proposal for the allocation of residue HVAP funds for the court's humanitarian and social programs. So they were trying to get even more. Greedy bastards. JWHESF, that's the Holocaust Era Survivor Fund, has been involved in distributing HSP aid in Eastern Europe since spring of 2002, and we are well aware of how much this assistance has meant to destitute survivors. Thus, we were glad to learn of the Special Master's recommendation to add residue HVAP monies to HSP as they become available. So they weren't happy with the little bit they got. They have to go get more. You will notice that our proposal specifies no amount of percentage for Jehovah's Witness beneficiaries. We much prefer to leave that determination in the hands of the court, as you have a far greater awareness than we do of the situation among all members of the looted assets class. We would be grateful if you would recommend a fair and equitable amount of additional aid for witness survivors. I would like to know if Watchtower got some of these funds, how much did they actually, spend or give to the survivors? JWHESF operates a cost-effective program, and the court may rest assured that any additional funds will be used to obtain maximum assistance for the beneficiaries. Please accept our appreciation and best wishes as you deliberate on many worthy proposals. James Pellaccia, Vice President. So, guess they got a separate fund set up just for these survivors. Wow. And then on page 7, there is the proposal for their allocation of HVAP residual funds, and it's dated December 2003. And I'm not going to read this, but I mean, they just toot their own horn. Here right underneath, that title, it says, through HSP, meaningful assistance has been provided to approximately 1,900 needy victim and target group members in the Jehovah's Witness community in 7 Central and Eastern European countries, namely Croatia, Hungary, Moldova, Poland, Romania, Russia, and Ukraine. Types of HSP assistance include food, clothing, winter assistance, home care, medical, dental, and emergency cash grants. JWHESF's distribution arrangement is structured so that each beneficiary receives assistance according to his or her individual needs. I'm going to save you guys are reading me reading any more of this, because it just infuriates all of us. And like I said, I just wish, even if just families, would talk to one another, and those that have left, who had access to this information, could just be able to show their JW family and say, look, how is this not soliciting funds? I just have to ask. My goodness. My goodness. So anyway, now also some have sent me emails who do YouTube videos, and they said they've lost a lot of subscribers, and one had even said, I lost all my subscribers. So it appears YouTube is having a glitch again, because I know I got a notice, and it said that we are reviewing subscribers' accounts, so you may notice a change in your subscriber number. We lost like 1,000 subscribers after they sent me that notice. And I know a lot of people didn't suddenly just start hating us that amount. So if you want to check and see that you're still subscribed to all your YouTube channels, and I don't know, every once in a while YouTube has this glitch, and just make sure that you're still subscribed. Now right next to the little box that says either subscribed or subscribe, there's a little bell. If you click on that bell, then you will receive notifications when whoever you have subscribed to has released another video. So who knows what's up with YouTube. They have glitches like this every once in a while. So I want to thank everybody who are sending cards and love and messages and making comments and support. We appreciate it, so much. And we're going to hold off on the nail and coffin for at least a few weeks now. We were going to do one for, here in the next week or so, but we're going to hold off because we're going to wait until it's October and do Oktoberfest again. So those of you who want to be a nail in the coffin, just contact me at kimmyanbrooks@gmail.com, and in the subject put nail in coffin, because I'm just going to be doing a search of all my emails, looking for those. And if anybody knows of any kingdom halls or assembly halls or branches or anything that has been sold, I know some YouTubers have done videos about kingdom halls and properties being sold. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to watch all of them and get addresses and stuff. So if anybody, sees those, or you YouTubers who know of any of these kingdom halls, send me the address so that I can, get a property listing for this. I appreciate it. So thank you so much, everybody, for everything, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.